Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric and Barry from Moss Pawn & Gun, and today we have another firearms fact video for you today. It's more of an experimental fact, but today we're going to talk about the possibility of using flare guns for defense.
Right, you see that in old Hollywood movies, somebody in a life raft shoot somebody at the end of the raft, or somebody's knocked overboard and try to get on it, and they knock them down with one of these. I think there's several movies where they actually shot at bears with flare guns to fend them off and so on and so forth. But today we're going to test the Orion 12 gauge flare gun. This is made by Orion. I believe it's a Winchester Corporation, but anyway, we're going to be shooting these. Now, we've already determined these are not going to have much impact. They're too light. So we're going to fire one of these at a hollow core door and see what it does to it. Then we've got a special appearance by Arthur High Point, because he's going to shoot these big flares out of the 26.5mm Gekko flare gun, and we don't know what these are going to do.
This is a German-made flare gun. It's very high quality, very good flare gun. They're not that expensive. They can generally be had for less than $100. It's a 26.5mm. Kennesaw Cannon Company makes inserts where you can convert them to 410, 12 gauge. Of course, you have to comply with all state and federal laws when doing so. But let's get started.
Okay.
It's a pretty cut and dry concept.
Well, we're going to take these light loads, and I'm going to shoot them, maybe a couple of these at that hollow core door. Then we're going to get Arthur here. Well, where is he at? He's supposed to be here at 11 o'clock sharp.
Well, he'll be pulling in soon, and we'll get Arthur on out to hang out, and let's shoot some flares.
12 gauge Orion flare gun. Went through a hollow core door.
Sure did.
It did, didn't it?
Sure did. So we saw that the flare burned for 7 seconds after penetrating the board. I'm going to shoot it again. I would, be scared to think what would happen if you shot a person with one of these. It'd be powerful enough to penetrate the skin, and then that thing continue to burn while inside the body. That would make a very nasty wound. So let's try one more shot. Then we're going to step up to the 26.5. That one bounced off. All right, that second flare we saw would actually hit the edge of the board where it's got a solid 2x2 in it. So it actually gave a little more resistance. It did crack out the back, so they do hit with some force. Let's try one more shot and see what we can do there. Oh yeah.
Burns right violently, doesn't it?
It definitely hurts you.
Yep.
Well, we can see that the accuracy definitely is not there. It's not an accurate weapon if you were to use a flare gun for defense. They do keyhole, so in the accuracy department, you have to remember that's not really what they're intended to be used for. But we do see that the projectile is potentially lethal. I mean, it penetrated this door.
Now we're about 20 feet away. This hit nose on. These two could totally keyhole, but they still went through this door.
Oh yeah.
These will go in a human's chest. Now you might have to be 5 feet away from them. That's why flare guns, what we're trying to prove here, you don't get any accuracy with them. There's nothing to guide it. There's not rifled. It just slings it out. All it's designed to do is signal for help. So it's hard to miss the sky.
Right.
So this is a signal pistol. This is a flare pistol. We're fixing to shoot a 26.5mm signal pistol.
Well, we're not shooting it.
It fires smokes. We're going to fire some. Well, Arthur's going to shoot it.
Arthur's going to shoot it. He's coming right now.
He's on his way right now.
There he is walking down the hill. So let's get him on over here.
All right.
All right. First, we're going to do a white starburst, 26.5mm flare gun with Arthur High Point. Oh yeah. Green. Whoa, right through the head. All right, now we got a blue smoke.
Lower.
Lower. Look at that. Well, I think we can determine, we got a little help from Arthur High Point. A little humor to add into the video, even though this is somewhat educational. We see that the flare ripped 2 very large holes. They did keyhole, but of course they really cause a very big hole. I mean, that right there is dangerous. I mean, if you were to shoot somebody with that, it would really ruin their day. So I think we can determine that whereby flare guns for defense, yes, probably not an ideal situation. If you had to use one in a pinch, it could save your life in more ways than one. For one, you can signal for help, or if, as Arthur just demonstrated, if you have to shoot it through the board, then of course you have the ability to cause a very potentially lethal wound to someone. So hopefully this video is informative, and thanks for watching. Give me it back. Thank you.